show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're like the 1990 Tim Curry It. This is the ultimate version, the second version of him that they've released. Not super excited for this. Looks like it comes with some new stuff the first one didn't come with, but I feel like it was not necessary to get. My collection could have done without this. This is actually the 8th Pennywise they've made. The second one from this film, in addition to 6 of them from the other film, and you know Neca's going to have plenty of them from Chapter 2 just around the corner. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. Front looks pretty good, pretty creepy. Must say when I turned my camera on, it was on full zoom in right on his eye. It was like, whoa. It, the movie, big old red nose. The top, It, the movie. Side, same thing, although you see him here in the sewer. Same thing on the other side. On the bottom, we do have a barcode if anyone needs it, as well as a bunch of credits. Then on the back, you can see It, the movie. We've got the little photo album with him coming out of it here. Here he is standing around. Here he is with some of his hand starting to become a claw. His unique balloon from this set saying turn back now, and then his crazy, freakish arachnoid hand or whatever it is. So this is NECA's ultimate figure. It's going to be in a window box packaging with Velcro that can open up. On the inside flap, you can see Pennywise doing his thing, being a creeper. And then here he is. Looks like we got 3 more heads, balloon, whole bunch of different hands, as well as this monster hand. Not sure what this blue thing is, but we'll check it out shortly. And then the photo album. So, with no further ado, let's open this guy up. And this figure came with a huge lot of figures from Amazon.com. I tried to only buy from Amazon or eBay when I'm buying in multiples, because their shipping is something like $11 for one figure. For getting all 9 of these figures, it was only, I think, $16.99. The funny thing is, this same order on eBay was like $42 shipped. Kind of odd how their pricing is so inconsistent. Alright, well now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. Now earlier in the video I said this figure was not necessary in my collection, and what I meant was that I already have a Tim Curry Pennywise in its default look, which this one is also in its default look. This one doesn't add too much. I mean, the accessories are cool and they're new, but I've gotten every Pennywise so far, so I'm all in at this point. So anyway, his accessories, he comes with a total of 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 hands. His alternate hands are all right hands. He also has 2 alternate heads, totaling 3 heads, and they have some pretty cool expressions. He's got a photo book with his arm sticking out, just like in the film. He's got a balloon that says turn back now. Then he also has a little blue thing, which I think is his ripped up sleeve for his monstrous arm. But before we take out his accessories, let's take a look at the actual figure. His face here looks great. Looks creepy. His smile, the triangles on his eyes. I really hope they make a high quality Joaquin Phoenix Joker. This guy would be cool next to something like that. So overall, I'm guessing it's the exact same body as before. Of course, we will definitely check on that. He looks good. His face is super creepy, which is nice. And then here's a figure broken down as far as he can go with all of his removable parts detached. So next let's take a look at his accessories. Let's go ahead and start by looking at his hands. And then here are all of his hands. He's got 5 right hands of different variations and then 1 left hand. Now the first 2 hands on his right are almost exactly the same. It's kind of like, why bother? His thumb is a little bit more out on this one. Just really not sure what the point of that is. And then here he is with his first set of hands, pretty much completely relaxed. They can be at his side, they could be perhaps grabbing somebody, etc., etc. And then here he is with his other right hand, almost exactly the same. Does kind of seem like why. This one almost looks like it could be choking somebody though. Has a couple of very slight display variation options. And then here he is with his balloon holding hand. Of course we will check out his balloon shortly. And then here he is with the next hand. It's in the middle of transforming to that monstrosity. He's got some sort of brown tipped claws at the end, busting out of his gloves. Looks pretty cool and creepy. And I could be wrong, but I feel like this head here, with sort of his fangs out, he's sort of maybe perhaps trying to transform, is the most appropriate head for this hand. I kind of remember him being like this when he had the hand like this in the film. And then here he is with his monstrous hand. As you can see here, it's scaly. He's got, I guess, 4 fingers instead of 5 at this point, almost 2 wrapped around each other. It does come with an extra piece of cloth to go around here, so his sleeves are a lot enlarged, kind of showing that that monstrous hand's busting out of his clothes. And in addition to that, this thing is articulated, go around, and it's hinged as well. So next let's check out his heads. He does come with a total of 3 of them. The first one here, he's mad, he's screaming, kind of flashing his fangs a little bit. The next one here, he's kind of grinning, a little bit more relaxed. The last one here, he's smiling a little bigger, his eyes a little more open. None of these heads are the same as from the first release. Here he is with his first head. This is the default head he came with. He's grinning. This is the most passive of all of his heads. And then here's his next head. His smile's getting bigger. His eyes are focusing on you. Looks like he's getting a little bit more excited to do some bad stuff. And then here he is, like he's freaking out. Look at him, mouth extended, fangs out, looking like he's about to bite something. This one will go with his monstrous arm, and I'll keep that other head for his starting to turn monstrous arm. And then here are the 4 heads that came with the original Pennywise on the left-hand side, and the 3 heads that came with this one on the right. Of course, yes, these heads are interchangeable, giving him 7 unique heads to choose from. And then here's a little bit more of an up-close look at all 7 of the heads. As you can see, each one has a different expression. First one's kind of frowning, next one's laughing, next one's kind of in awe or he's transforming. Then the next one's completely damaged. Then we got another one sort of grinning, then smiling, and then sort of biting or whatnot. And then if you count the modern Pennywise as well, if you take all the different releases they've made, there are a total of 23 heads. My word. And then a closer look at all the different heads. As you can see here, the first 4 are from the original 90s Pennywise release. And the next 3 are from this Pennywise release. And the next 3 are from the first modern Pennywise release. The next 2 are from the bloodied GameStop exclusive Pennywise release. These 4 are from the Well House Pennywise. Then we've got this one from the accessory set. Then we've got these 4, which are from the Dancing Clown version. And then the last 2, which are from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Sketched It. Next, let's show you his photo album accessory. This is a pretty cool little detail. I remember the kids looking at this, and he sort of came alive inside there and freaked everybody out. As you can see, we've got a picture of Pennywise in there with an actual sculpted hand sticking out. It's pretty blank on both the front and the back. One cool thing about this I noticed, it is actually articulated. It can rotate from side to side, and it's hinged a little bit as well. So nice little cool little detail. I do like it a lot. Next, let's check out his balloon. As I recall, when one of the kids is an adult coming back into town, this was sort of put into a cab that he was in. Turn back now. Only time this balloon was used in there. It's a unique balloon from all the many balloons we've gotten from these Pennywises. Pretty cool. Sort of hollow plastic up top, followed by a bendy wire below, so you can put it into pretty much any pose you'd like to do. So here he is holding his balloon, using his balloon hand. I must say, if you want him to hold it upright like this, you are going to have to kind of wrap it around his hand to make it work. It's just a little bit top heavy if you don't do that. And if you've been going all in by getting all the Pennywise figures, you'll have 13 balloons at this point. There are 2 of them with any words on them. We've got Turn Back Now, yellow balloon, and I Love Dairy, a red balloon. Now that we've taken a very in-depth look at his accessories, next let's check out the height of this figure. So this guy here, from foot to head, is sitting at just a hair under 7 inches. Next, let's look at his articulation. So, his head here, of course, it can go from side to side. Look down, not too much, and up just a little bit as well. Shoulders on ball joint, go out a little bit less than 90 degrees. Of course, they can go up, down, around. He's got double joint elbows with a piece of plastic between, a pretty large piece. He's got a swivel at the top, swivel at the bottom, so it's double swiveled and double jointed. It can move this far with this top joint, and then it can move about that far with the next joint. His hand, of course, it can swivel around, and it's hinged as well. He does have a ball joint here, sort of like ab crunch. It can rotate, and it can go forward and back. His legs here, they can go out about that far. There's a ball joint on the inside, and the legs can move independently of that ball joint. Then his knees, so his legs can actually go up that far, not too much, and back just a little bit. Single jointed knees, there is a swivel at the top, and they can go back about that far. Then his feet, I think they're on a ball joint. I'm having a really hard time getting this guy to stand easily. His feet can rotate around and go up and down. They can tilt just a hair. Next, let's check this guy out compared to all the different Pennywise figures they've released. Starting with the previous 1990 Tim Curry Pennywise that they've released. Really like both these guys. This guy's got sort of a upset, angry expression. This guy's here got the sort of classic clown expression. Definitely a creepy clown. And in my predominantly Batman-related action figure collection, a lot of uses for a creepy clown. Now these guys here, definitely the same sculpt. Absolutely the same. Legs, feet, torso, arms, except for the head. They really just got our money for a few extra accessories. And then here he is next to the first release of the modern Pennywise. And then here he is with the bloodied up GameStop exclusive Pennywise. Here he is with the Well House version of Pennywise. Here he is with the accessory set Pennywise upper torso. Here he is with the dancing clown version of Pennywise. And then last but not least, here he is next to the sketched version of Pennywise, the San Diego Comic-Con 2019 exclusive. And then here he's next to my entire Neca Pennywise collection. I must say this has gotten quite unnecessarily extensive. And you know they're going to be making probably 3+ versions of Pennywise from It Chapter 2. And at this point, bring them on. I welcome them. I'm all in. But kind of look at this like, what's the point? All in all, it's a pretty nice figure. I'd be a lot more impressed with it if we hadn't received a previous version of the Tim Curry Pennywise. I think I might like this one a little bit better than the other one. I like this guy's head sculpts a little better. I mean, this one here alone, just smiling, creepy. His other smiling one, pretty nice. I do like the frowning one for the previous release quite a bit though. So if I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give him a 6.5 out of 10, and that's being a little bit harsh. The figure itself is probably worth more than that, but to me, he's not quite as special since we already have almost the exact same thing. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.